Okay, let's get started. What we did last time? I think we had passed the parameter. We did up to that part only, right? If I'm not wrong. Is it visible? Visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now we're going to start with the HTTPS request and response. So basically, it is mainly used to send any type of request from one page to another page. Which means basically we are performing transition. We are sending the request from one page to another page. Usually, it is required when we're going to fetch the any data from the server. So basically, the request has been sent through HTTPS only. Alright. It's also used for knowing that URL site from where exactly the data is being sent. It also can be used to know that which method we're going to use, whether it is get method or post method. And it is also used to know that the data of query string in the form of array. So these are the mainly things that why we are using the HTTP request and response methods over here. Okay, so let's get start to performing. Okay. Does anyone going to share the screen? Does anyone? Does anyone is going to share the screen, please? So let me give you the code. Let me give you the code. બોલો કોણ કરે છે શેર? Janvi, are you able to share? Janvi. Okay, dear. Please go ahead. Okay, dear. Kindly go through your project in command prompt. Execute the PHP artisan serve. Okay, and open the code because we already created a controller yesterday. Fine. I think it's a spelling mistake. Artisan. Okay. Done. Oh. Couldn't open input file. Artisan. You sure that you're having Laravel? It's a folder or it's a project? It's a demo. Perform CD demo. Perform CD demo. And demo is your project? Demo is the project? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Done. Okay, dear. Done. Now go to that editor or open that folder in VS Code or the editor. Okay. Now go to that user.php. Go to the user.php. Okay. Now kindly paste the code. I already sent in chat box. Now go to it. Replace this. Make it little bit zoom. Make it little bit zoom. Okay. Now let me tell you one thing that request dollar request, it's a default variable of Laravel which is used to send the request. Okay. So how many requests would be there? We are going to check. So we did public function index request variable underscore dump. We are going to print the data. Kindly type 10 test and 101 in URL. Test/101. Probably it will work. Or any ID. Users does not exist target class. Did you receive that error yesterday also? Go to the root. Go to the root. Web.php. App controller. App HTTP controller. And then hold on. Sorry. You need to go to the root and then web.php. I'm sorry. Root, back. Okay. Now go to the root. Yes, web.php. It is already there. It is already there. Just hold on. Just hold on, Janvi. Okay, do one thing. Just type /test. Just type /test. Not 101, only test. It will print actually blank array because there is. Try Ayush at your end. Ayush and Pranav. Is it working in your system? I think there will be a blank array. Thank you, Janvi. You can stop sharing the screen. Let me share my screen with you. Thank you. Take a look on this. I just told them, guys. Take a look on this public function index request variable dump. Let's try this whether it is working or not. This is the request. Lots of requests are there. આ બધાના આઉટપુટ આવે છે, ચેક કરો. This is the request. Yeah. Janvi, did you forget to save? Janvi? Rutvik, are you receiving this output? We are going to fetch the
Yes,
request.
sir.
We did it. Now it's working, right? Okay, Janvi. Okay, dear. Thank you. Thank you. Fine. So these are the so many requests are there. Okay. Now let me give you one more thing that you're gonna print the URL also. Replace the code. Replace the code only in chat box. Okay. Yeah. And let me show you this output also. I'm going to print the URL now. Okay, request URL. So take a look on this 101 and yeah, this is my URL. Right. So what exactly I did? That the request variable is there. Okay, and whatever requested, all right, whatever the URL, it has been printed. So echo and URL. So this is what my URL. Take a look on this. Done? Is this done, guys? Janvi and Ayush, only 2 students has responded. What about the others? Please respond. Okay, Rupu. Does anyone? Okay, fine. Thank you. Let's moving to next. To know the full URL, we did the same. You need to use function only full URL. Let me execute this first. Request full URL, and we did the same. Okay, so both can be done. Fine. This is for full URL. Do this at your end. Do this at your end. If you know the path, actually sometimes there is a query string, it has been passed sometimes, right? So at that time, if you want to display, right, so the query string will be also displayed. This is to know the path. Test 101, which means it my root path. Ayush, are you okay? Ayush, are you okay with this answer? Ayush, right? I got already one request yesterday that I was a little bit speed, right? So kindly execute this at your end and please respond. Okay. Please, guys, once you're done with this, please respond. How many of you are staying in hostel right now? How many of you are staying in hostel right now? How many of you are staying in hostel right now? I can see there are 16 students have joined the session. From that, I just want to know how many of you are staying in hostel right now. No one? Actually, our lecture might get disturbed little bit due to the DJ noisy sound. Okay. Dharmendra is in hostel. Okay. Fine. So once you're done with all HTTP request and response, like this is what the first dump request, then second request URL, then full request, and then path. Once you're done with this, please respond. All four examples. Please. I got only one reply from Shivani. Thank you, Shivani. Okay, fine. Does anyone going to share the screen now? Does anyone? Does anyone want to share the screen? Okay, Rutvik, go on. Let me give you the code. After Rutvik, Shivani, I'm going to ask you to share. Okay. Now, what is the next is we are going to know that the data is come from the which method. Okay. Whether it is a get method or it is a post method. Fine. So I guess Rutvik has already shared the screen. Rutvik, kindly paste this code, little bit code in users.php. Scroll it down. Scroll it down, Rutvik. Yeah. Save this. Answer will get. Then we are not using anything yet. So default answer would be get only. Why? Because everything is printed on URL. So the default method is get. Okay, Rutvik, stay as it is. Rutvik, stay as it is.
Okay, sir.
Let me give you another thing. Just copy paste it. Alright, and then make it little bit zoom. Make it zoom. Right. So the public function index, right? Echo request method, which method we are using, it is already done. So if the request method is get, then echo if else else. I think there is one extra curly bracket. I don't know. Do this once, execute this, save this and execute this. Let's see, check whether what exactly the output is. Save this and execute this. If why? Because the method is default method is get only. Okay. Rutvik, stay as it is. Let me give you another code. It's the same only. Okay. But the output will be different. We are going to check both whether the method is get or post, vice versa, right? So we are doing either this way or this way. Do one thing. Do one thing. There is a space error would be there. Go to that code.
Sir, it's a
Remove the
closing bracket
space.
error in the index method.
Closing bracket. Yeah. I forgot to do this. After echo, put that one closing. After that echo, enter. and then close. Enter and then close. Yeah, okay, save this. It will work now. Stay as it is. Stay as it is. Public function request. And we're going to print the request query also. What exactly the query is. Let's check the output. Save this, execute this. Blank array, right? So array index is 0 and nothing, it has to be a printer. Fine, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can stop sharing the screen. Okay. Now I want somebody to
Thank you,
share
sir.
the screen. Yeah. Look, uh, I want somebody to share your screen meanwhile. I mean, Shivani is going to share, right, Shivani? And let me give you that summary of that what we did. From yesterday's, we created a controller. All right, PHP artisan make colon controller and then name of the controller. After that, we have written one function and we printed echo. Then we need to write the root. So root get test in single quote or in double quote HTTP controller, app HTTP controller, then function name, I mean a controller name users at the red function name index, and we type the URL or then hit it, and we get the output from the controller. After that, we had learned that how to pass the parameters with controller. So we had passed the argument $id, right, in function, and we did the same. I mean, we printed the same thing, right? As well as we know that when we are going to write in URL slash test, it's a root and 101, which means we are passing the parameter, right? So that was all about the controller. So let me ask you first, do you have any doubt in controller? How to create controller, how to call the controller, how to pass the argument in controller and then call controller? Look, controller, it's a central unit. You need to learn how to play with the controller. Okay, we did lots of examples for that. Guys, do you have any doubt regarding the controller? If you have any doubt, you can ask, because it's already done yesterday. Fine, but it's my duty to ask, that's why I'm going to ask you. Do you have any doubt regarding that controller? Please respond, each and everyone. There are 14 students are there. I want all 14 reply. No, you can directly go to the resource and you can directly create the files, view files. Okay, like iuse.blad.php. Then you can write that PHP file. Fine. Now moving to view. View means we are going to create a file normal, and which is going to be displayed on our browser. Fine. So go to the resource and then view, and then you need to write whatever the file name, like we did yesterday, mobile.blad.php, and we write something like welcome to creating a views, and in h1 that mobile.blad.php. After that, we need to write a root. So root view, all right, and then slash root name and then file name mobile, all right. So you can give any of the root name. Guys, please, if you are getting noise or if you are getting disturbing, please let me know, because I'm in the class right now and the DJ is near to me only, so it might be possible that you will get very much noise. If you are facing that, if you are facing that at some point, then let me know. Okay, if if you're facing, then please let me know. Fine. So we know that how to call a view, right? After that, we also learned that how to call a view with controller, right? So we had created one controller, all right? We had created one view also, all right? And we write one function, that public function index ID, and in that particular function, we have written view mobile. Okay, so we need to directly write, we are going to call controller, not view. That's why we have written test 101. Okay, fine. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Am I audible to you perfectly? Okay, 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 fine. So that's why we have written slash test slash 101. Right? We are calling controller. We are calling, we are going to call view, but with controller. Fine. So we are giving the path of particular controller, but what exactly it will call? It will call view only. So the output will be view only. Fine. Now, how to pass the data while calling a view? So if you remember, yesterday um, I just called my name in a double quote. A curly bracket two times. That is a shorthand notation of PHP. I think now we are getting voice. That's why. That's why. Because the DJ is near to me only. Yes, yes, perfectly harsh. Guys, it's so much noise. So let's wait for 2 minutes. Okay. I think we are not able to start next topic, right? Because it's near to me only, and they are staying. So it is very hard for me to speak because you will get noise from that DJ only. Okay, okay. Fine. So what we did a previous session that we did how to pass the data while calling the view. Do you have any doubt that hers has already posted a message that dollar name, how it came from the controller? Do you have any doubt in that? Do you have any doubt in that? Right? Because we have passed that in controller like name is equals to moon, and that name variable, it has been. Sorry guys, I am getting disturbing. Sorry, due to this noise. Yes. Uh, when you are going to write double curly brackets open and double curly bracket close, all right. So this is a shortcut of PHP code. All right. In between what we are going to write, that is a PHP script. Okay, Rutvik. That is a PHP script only. Fine. Okay. Okay. Fine. So we already learned that how to pass the data while calling the view. Now today we did HTTP request and response. All right. First, let me tell you one thing: the default request keyword we need to use. All right. And for the Laravel, there is a request variable is there $request. All right. By using that, we are going to retrieve that how many requests are there. There are lots of requests are there. We had gone through that. All right. As well as we also printed that request URL. All right, and full URL also. After that, we retrieve that path also. So $request by path, and then after that we had gone through the methods also, that how many methods are there, get and post method are there, and which method we are going to use right now. We have retrieved that method also, as well as the $request query. All right. So I guess we had performed that query also, if I'm not wrong. Right. No, I guess the query is left time, if I'm not wrong. Query is done or it's left, I don't know. Query is done, I guess, right? $request query. Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's done. Fine. So we are going to do one thing that we keep up to here only. Okay. Because in the next session, we are going to perform the form validation by using Laravel. I request you at least that don't get absent in next week. Don't get absent in next week, because we are going to probably done with the form validation as well as CRUD operation in Laravel. Probably. Not so sure, but probably. Okay? Done? So because I'm not going to start form validation because it is not able to complete